How y'all doing today? I just wanted to get with y'all for a little bit. Kind of get y'all understanding that, man, lately I've been looking at different situations, dealing with different people, and mostly kind of talking to the youngsters. When I say the youngsters, I'm talking about late teens, early 20s, and just talking to them about different things. And we discuss, a lot of them have been raised in a single parent home solely with their mothers, which causes a big thing to me myself because I myself was raised the same way. And it makes it hard. And I noticed that a lot of them have been suffering from a lot of depression, anxiety, and different things like that because not because that's what I'm diagnosed or anything. That's because what they told me, because they speak freely. And they say, man, it's hard for them. This makes understanding it hard for them. And a lot of the guys, they don't really know how to treat a woman properly because they never had a man come around and teach them. And they learned a lot by dealing with women outside of their home. They learn how to love their mother and so on and so forth, but they really don't know how to love outside of their mother properly because they're usually dealing with guys who are in the streets dealing with women who themselves were raised in the same form of fashion and given the same understanding of life. So they use a lot of mistreatment towards these women, having sex with them, popping babies out with them, so on and so forth, and then running off and doing the same thing with another one, and they end up with a bunch of illegitimate children. And then they end up in a bad situation. They want to sell drugs, they want to do this, they want to do that, they want to do this, they want to do that, and they want to do everything that's not right because they don't understand. That's simply because they were raised not knowing how to be a man properly. And the women, these young women, having the same understanding because the only way they know how to do is treat a man like they baby because that's how their mother treated their brothers and their cousins and so on and so forth and the other people they witnessed teaching the young men how to live. See, a mother only knows how to be a mother, and the only way she knows how to raise a man is as her son and her baby. But see, when a young woman sees her mother with a father, a husband, then she knows how to love a husband. So when she gets older, she knows how to love a man outside of just knowing him as her baby, quote unquote, baby. Oh, this is my baby, this, and that. But see, mentally, that's really what he is to her. But see, we got to get these young women, these young men to understand that it is time to start treating each other properly, loving each other properly, and giving each other the proper love that goes with being a spouse, not just being a mate. A mate, you're just a sex partner. If you want to be a spouse, you want to be somebody that is close to, someone who is gaining knowledge of each other mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, in every other way that you can think imaginably. Because see, this is the thing about it. When you have the ability to love another person properly outside of a mindset of being raised within a single form in a single parent home where a son only knows how to love a woman like he loves his mama, but he really don't love a woman like he loves his mom because it's not his mother. So he don't treat the women that he meets within the streets the way he treats his mother. He treats the women in the streets the only way he knows how, and that's just he wings it. Sometimes he gets it right, but most of the time he don't. Because he wings it, he don't know. And he sees a lot of TV, and he sees a lot of illegitimate teachings from other guys who have the same understanding of this knowledge. So we gotta understand something. Us older people, man, who've learned, who've been through the trials and tribulations, it's time to start teaching the younger people how to be proper spouses towards each other. We have to be able to gain knowledge from our own mistakes and teach these younger people who are growing up so they can stop and help start breaking the cycle of being raised within a single parent home. Because there's children being born now who's also being raised within a single parent home. And this cycle is getting terrible. It's not just in the black community, it's in every community. So let's get it right, y'all. Be good. Mind, body, and soul. Universal Spirit of Believers.